Let's talk about why good people like me and you sometimes act like straight-up assholes, even when we're usually pretty chill people. Check this demo. You're out there in the world, doing your thing, trying to be a decent human. But then boom, you slip up. Maybe you snap at someone for no reason, make a shady decision, or just straight up act like an asshole. What's up with that bullshit? Well, turns out there's a whole bunch of reasons why people might behave in ways that aren't exactly top-notch. Sometimes it's because they're straight up clueless about themselves. Like they lack that crucial self-awareness to realize they're being a total douchebag. But here's the thing, just because you mess up doesn't mean you're destined to be labeled as a total loser. Nah, the human condition is all about being imperfect as fuck. We all screw up, make dumb choices, or blurt out stuff we wish we could take back. It's a package deal. It comes with being human. Now, society loves slapping labels on folks, right? You're either a saint or a sinner, a hero or a villain. But reality ain't that black and white. Being a good or bad person is more about the consistent vibe you put out into the world. If you're generally all about spreading love, kindness, and keeping it real, then folks are gonna see you as one of the good ones. But here's where it gets tricky. Even the good ones can sometimes do some seriously shady shit. Maybe they're dealing with their own demons, pressures, or just having a fucked up day. Understanding why good people sometimes do bad things is all about tapping into that empathy and compassion. We're all just trying to navigate this crazy ride called life, and sometimes we stumble along the way. It's all about learning, growing, and trying to be a little less of a prick each day. Before we chop it up further, you'll please do us a favor, smack the dog shit out of that like and subscribe button for us. My friends, it's quick, easy, and helps us out more than you'll ever know. Alright, so let's break down and get real about why even the good ones sometimes end up doing some messed up stuff. So check it. The past is not just some distant memory collecting dust in the attic of your mind. Nah, that shit has a way of creeping into your present and messing with your vibe, even if you're not clocking it. Studies have laid it out plain and simple. Good folks can end up doing some seriously messed up stuff when they're triggered by past traumas that ain't been dealt with. It's like these traumas are lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce and mess with your head, making you forget all about that inherent human kindness you got tucked away inside. Trauma ain't no one-size-fits-all deal, though. Some folks might bounce back from it like it's nothing, while others get stuck in its grip, making them pull some real shady-ass moves. Take childhood trauma, for example. That shit can leave you with some serious scars that don't just fade away with time. It messes with your head, makes you second-guess every damn thing, and can even screw up your relationships. Like if you grew up feeling like you couldn't trust anybody, you might end up seeking validation in all the wrong places, maybe even dipping your toes into some online affair type shit. Or how about this? Imagine you've been through some real rough time, like not knowing where your next meal was coming from. That hunger sticks with you, man. So when you see some food just sitting there, ripe for the taking, you might not be able to resist the urge to snag it for yourself, even if it means crossing some serious lines. In both these scenarios, the goal is not to screw over nobody else. Nah, it's all about trying to cope with that baggage from the past that's weighing you down. It's like your brain's trying to find some kind of twisted solution to ease the pain, even if it ends up causing more harm in the long run. Picture this. You just got backdoored from your job, bills are piling up, and you're staring down the barrel of losing your damn home. That's the kind of situation that'll have you feeling like you're drowning in a sea of stress and desperation. You're not just thinking about yourself anymore, nah, you got mouths to feed, a roof to keep over your family's heads. In moments like these, when the pressure's on and your back's against the wall, suddenly all those lines between right and wrong start to blur. You start thinking about desperate measures like pulling off some shady shit just to keep your head above water. Fraud, theft, you name it. It's all fair game when survival's on the line. It ain't like you're doing this shit because you get a kick out of being a low life. Nah, it's all about trying to claw your way out of a hole that's threatening to swallow you whole. When your family's future is hanging in the balance, morals start to look a whole lot less important compared to putting food on the table and keeping a roof over their heads. So yeah, survival mode ain't just some abstract concept. It's a primal instinct that'll have even the most righteous among us considering some seriously shady moves when push comes to shove. When you're fighting tooth and nail to keep your head above water, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to make it through another damn day. From the dawn of time, humans have been all about that group vibe, surviving and thriving through teamwork and collaboration. So it's only natural that we crave that sense of belonging. Sometimes even the best of us end up doing some shady shit, all because we're feeling the heat from society's expectations. We're talking about that burning desire to fit in, to be part of the crew, to have folks nodding along like, yeah, you're one of us. And chasing that sense of belonging can lead you down some dark paths, making you do stuff that goes against your gut instincts. Take gossip, for example. You know it's shady as fuck to talk shit about your coworker behind their back. But when the whole gang's doing it, suddenly it feels like the only way to stay in the loop. And real talk, just 'cause you're spilling the tea on someone, don't automatically make you a certified asshole. Nah, it just shows how damn powerful those external influences can be, and how they can warp even the most well-meaning souls into doing some grimy shit sometimes. Being part of the crowd ain't worth sacrificing your integrity. Stay true to yourself, even if it means standing alone, because at the end of the day, your self-respect is worth way more than fitting in with the pack. Alright, let's talk about that lack of self-awareness that can turn even the most righteous folks into straight-up jerks. You ever heard of being in tune with your own damn self? Well, that's what we call self-awareness. It's a big reason why good people sometimes end up doing some real shady shit. Here's the real though, when you're too caught up in the moment, too wrapped up in your own head to even notice what the hell you're feeling, that's when shit starts hitting the fan. When you ain't even aware of your own emotions or what the hell you stand for. You end up doing some real dumb shit without even realizing it. Picture this. You're in the middle of a heated argument, your blood's boiling, and all you can think about is how damn pissed off you are. Instead of taking a step back and acknowledging your own feelings, you end up unleashing a verbal smackdown on whoever's unlucky enough to be in your line of fire. But here's the thing. It ain't like you're trying to be an asshole. Nah, you're just so caught up in your own pain and frustration that you end up projecting that shit onto someone else without even realizing it. Alright, let's talk about that whole the end justifies the means vibe. It's like saying that, as long as you end up with a positive outcome, it's all good, even if you gotta get your hands dirty along the way. This sense of being in control is another reason why even the most decent folks end up doing some shady shit. You know, sometimes you convince yourself that you're doing what's best for the greater good, but you end up screwing things up big time without even realizing it. Here's the deal. You're so sure that you've got everything under control, that you can predict how shit's gonna go down, that you end up making some real bad calls. It's like you're wearing blinders, so focused on the end goal that you don't even see the mess you're leaving in your wake. Take civil disobedience, for example. You're so fired up about saving the planet, about shouting from the rooftops that climate change is real and we gotta do something about it, that you end up going to some extreme lengths. Maybe you're out there damaging property, causing a scene, all in the name of drawing attention to the urgent issues at hand. But here's the thing. Just because your heart's in the right place don't mean your actions are. Sometimes you gotta step back and ask yourself if the ends really does justify the means, if the price you're paying is worth the outcome you're chasing. Let's get real about retaliation, because we've all been there. You feel like someone's straight up done you dirty, so you figure it's only fair to hit them back just as hard, right? After all, you didn't start this shit, you're just finishing it. Sometimes we convince ourselves that doing some shady stuff is justified, all because we think we're in the right. But let's be real here, it's usually just our messed up motivations, talking, leading us down a twisted path. Take cheating on your partner, for example. You find out they've been messing around behind your back. So what's your first instinct? To give them a taste of their own damn medicine, of course. You figure if they can't stay faithful, why the hell should you? But here's the thing. Just because you've been wronged, don't give you a free pass to do some shady shit in return. Nah, it just means you're stooping down to their level, playing their game instead of rising above it. So next time you're tempted to dish out some payback, pump your brakes and think about what you're really doing. Is it really worth sinking to their level, or would you rather be the bigger person and walk away with your dignity intact? Trust me, revenge might feel sweet in the moment, but it ain't worth sacrificing your integrity over in the long run. Let's tap in about how mental health can mess with your vibe and how you roll with others. We're talking about stuff like narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, where having empathy is about as rare as finding a unicorn in the wild. Some folks out there are dealing with personality disorders that mess with their ability to give a damn about anyone else's feelings. But here's the kicker. Just because they're walking around with a messed up mindset, don't automatically make them total assholes. Nah, it's just how their brain's wired. Then there are those dealing with depression and anxiety disorders, and let me tell you, they're no picnic either. Picture this. You're stuck in a never-ending fog of sadness and worry, barely able to drag your ass out of bed, let alone show up for any commitments or responsibilities. It's like your brain's playing a cruel joke on you, making you look like a lazy piece of shit, when all you want to do is curl up and hide from the world. But here's the thing. Just because your brain's doing the cha-cha with your emotions don't mean you're a lost cause. Nah, it just means you're fighting a battle that most folks can't even begin to understand. Let's talk about how we perceive folks as either saints or sinners, because truth be told, it's never that black and white. You ever had someone you thought was all sunshine and rainbows, only to find out they've got a dark side too? It's like a slap in the face, making you question everything you thought you knew about them. But just because someone screws up don't mean they're a lost cause. Nah, it just means they're human with all the messy emotions and inner turmoil that comes with it. Nobody's born evil, but we sure as hell capable of acting like it from time to time. We're all walking contradictions, capable of doing both good and bad shit. We'd love to hear what you think down in the comments. As always, my friends, we thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.